This week, Purdue President Mitch Daniels announced the university would continue frozen tuition rates for another academic year. The freeze has been highly regarded among students on campus, and by the university's estimates, it's saved Purdue families over $225 million since its inception in 2012, as well as leading in part to a 30% decrease in student borrowing at Purdue in that same time. But what other effects might the freeze have on operations at Purdue? Fast Track sat down with the chair of the University Senate for one perspective.
We have a period of budget austerity at the university, which is impacting on what we can deliver in terms of education, in terms of research, in terms of engagement here at Purdue University. So what are those impacts? Well, one of them, major one, is on staff morale. Because of the budget austerity, there were a lot of staff that were relieved, people who have to do more tasks than they were assigned before, and they're not able to do all of the tasks that are being assigned, all the things that are necessary to be done at the university. We also have a fair amount of deferred maintenance occurring at the university, and that's a concern to many people. And these two things together make it much more difficult for the faculty to be able to conduct their research and to engage in their educational activities.
Seeing as affordability was the primary objective of the tuition freeze, I asked Dr. Sanders if he believed that the move had been successful in that regard.
The first thing is, I don't think a tuition freeze is the best mechanism for that. If you want to actually make sure that those who can least afford a college education have it accessible to them, tuition freeze isn't the way you would go about it. What you want to do is to increase financial aid to those type of people.
To learn more about the freeze's effect on enrollment at Purdue, Fast Track sat down with Vice Provost for Enrollment, Pamela Horn.
There has been a desire to maintain the revenue, the dollars that we do receive from undergraduate tuition. There's been a desire to maintain that and not have that diminish as we've had a freeze. So in fact, we have increased enrollment.
I asked the Vice Provost about concerns leveled in a 2015 Indy Star article, which questioned if tuition freezes would limit the amount of in-state students Purdue would admit.
Well, the residency mix has changed, and you can look at that online in Data Digest, and it has shifted over the years. We have had an enormous demand in the last 10 years from both international students as well as what we call domestic, non-resident students from other states.
But is Purdue admitting more international and out-of-state students to make up for the tuition freeze? Both Horn and Sanders say no.
Sure, the math doesn't quite work like that because we're increasing the whole student body.
Sure.
And we're increasing students in all three of those residencies.
That hasn't actually happened here. As far as I can tell, that isn't what's happened. That is a way that other state universities have approached these issues. I don't think that that's happened here yet.
Fast Track will continue to follow different perspectives on this story as it develops. Zach Riddle, Fast Track News.